My first run with the Garmin 610 in the field would involve me running until I'd reach 80 calories, not 150 calories as stated there. Minutes rest, running for 1 minute at between 8 and 20 and 9 minutes a mile. Another rest, another run at that pace, then walking for a quarter of a mile, and then running until I'd reached a limit of over 155 beats a minute. At that point the watch would stop according to the settings that I'd given it. Now at this point I'm ready to fire up the watch.
We're here to test, of course, for a real-life, real-time workout, which is just going to be something primitive and short, but which I hope will illustrate the abilities of the watch very, very well. I'm going to assume that the belt will synchronize first, and there it is. Fantastic. Locating satellites. I found out that first of all you need to be in a very nicely exposed area just like this, and also standing still for the GPS to sync as fast as possible. Here we go. Coming up to 75, 80 calories used there, running out here in the pouring rain, and there you go, there's a beep showing I'm going up to 80 calories, time of 6:26, so heart rate 148, it's pretty high. Run for 1 minute, it says no target. That means a walk, that's a rest. All very, very explanatory. Remember, everything here can be customized. Doesn't have to be any virtual partner, doesn't have to be 3 or 4 training pages, could be just the one. Actually, could be just your pace per mile and the heart rate, that'll be it. What so many people use, training effect 2.4. So this shows I'm straining myself. And now run for 1 minute, 9 to 8:20 a mile. Let's do that. Yeah, and it's beeping. 1 minute. No target. Training effect there is 2.6, so that's interesting. Calories 110. It's now going to beep. Run for 1 minute, 9 to 8:20 a mile pace. It says run, as it calls it, for 0.25 miles. That is a rest stop. I finally finished the workout. It's just been exhausting going out there in the rain. It's been raining and then stopping and then raining again, and my workout's done. This is just a test what you're looking at here.
Now we can get straight on with our workout to Garmin Connect and see what the data look like. As you can see here, everything is very clearly laid out. No configuration necessary whatsoever. It just did all this automatically, right? There are the mapping data, of course. Now above center device, which we referred to previously, you can see 3 screens: details, splits and player. We're in the details page at the moment. The split simply shows the lap times. Now in the player mode, it's very much more interesting, because as you can see there on the left hand side, you see some buttons which almost like they're taken from a recorder. Now before we use those, I've decided to change elevation to heart rate. So on that graph there are only 2 forms of data, and that's all you need and want, right? heart rate versus speed. As you can see, the heart rate goes up on the top bar, and there you go. You can take a split as well. And on the bottom you have pace per mile, and when that is lower, that means you're faster. Okay, now the mapping data are refreshing themselves, and here's the great thing: at the bottom there you can see various things happening. Right, you've got the time, elevation, distance, speed, and heart rate. Now the speed is interesting because there I'm completing my run. In the final interval I want to run until my heart rate gets above 155. There you go, it's going right up there to the maximum, and the final split there shows that I'm at the fastest point in that particular workout. As before, all so slick and easy. Your data are there to be looked at specifically as a data point or as an overall performance. There are some things I haven't mentioned during this review. Here you can see the Garmin telling me to speed up. It tells me I'm in the desired zone for pace purposes. It then tells me to slow down, all of which have the relevant vibration and audio notifications. Here is the final verdict. The Garmin has a run-walk facility. I haven't mentioned that. This enables the timer to work even when you're walking. The open interval allows you to set certain timers in certain ways so that you don't have to run in a certain manner. The GPS laps basically mark your position so that you can work properly, and the preset timers don't have to be set. They're just along the lines of run, walk, jog, or whatever. Here you can see the interface, the clarity, the way that things can operate. I've mentioned this before in terms of the coffee shop scenario, especially in video too. You're sitting down after a run, you can see what you've done. Everything is so easy, it's so configurable. Here's the computer screen once again, the Garmin Connect service. Look, it's so easy to search for stuff. Here is a Mexican run, and I download it. It's direct to the watch, and I can race against a stranger from across the planet. You see, all free and all due to Garmin. With Garmin's training center, which actually I have a great deal of respect for. There's my workout, the very first one I ever did, uploaded to the site. This is a truly phenomenal watch. I'm going to give it 9.25 out of 10 for the functionality and for the degree of precision which Garmin has done in order to enable a watch to truly do what it's supposed to do. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you later.